And we're live. Okay. And we're live. And it's a Friday. Yay. Be right back in just a moment. Perfect timing. Nobody's back yet. All right. I grabbed some putty that I've frozen. You stop the if you stop the, what do they call it? The exothermic reaction of putty, two-part epoxy, it should, in theory, be able to be restarted once you heat it up. Now, at some point, it just dries up. But we'll see if this works or not. I'm going to leave it there for a second. Start kneading it, and we're going to start filling inside that entire bottom area. We're just going to fill all that in. Okay. I'll leave that there for a second, let it warm up. In the meantime, this other one looks a little hard on the edges. Something tells me that this one is probably too dry. You see sort of the discoloration on that too. Yeah. But we'll experiment. In the meantime, let's see where I put my see if I can find where I put my diamond. Thought I put them in that bottom drawer. Take another peek in a second. I'm looking for my diamond plates so we can start honing. Yuck. This is the You Start Honing Guide. Well, I try to keep this stuff kind of together. Yeah, there they are. Just slid in a little bit. Diamond tape. Oh, you got a lot of stuff going on in here. All sorts of fun shit. Okay. Hey, Nick, Peter, good morning. What is going on? Do this one at a time. 3,000, 1,500, 400. We are going to be honing a chisel. Before we do that, I just want to take a look at something here. My my airbrush holder took a tumble. It's like I'm just checking my airbrushes to make sure the needle should be protected, but I just want to make sure nothing got damaged. So far, so good. Oh, yeah, that one did take a blow right at the top. You can actually see the tip of it, which is fine because generally I remove the protectors when I'm airbrushing. Hope it's okay. Just the tip. Hey, Ray, just the tip. And not the tip that I worried about. So the needle's been protected. So the cover, the little piece there did its job. And the rest of this thing looks fine. Good. All right. I'm going to try to repair that thing too. Okay. So now, let's get the glasses on. Take another hit of coffee. This is where the Suji Burrito one is better, specifically better for what they call it. If you have a BMC chisel, no problem at all. So a couple things. Let's get the glasses on here. It is off a little bit. Yeah, the Suji Burrito one automatically aligns BMC chisels. This is not a BMC. This is a D-Spade chisel. Okay, got that. Now I got to get the distance here. Anyway, good morning, all. I'm going to be working on this morning. Just getting this thing washed. Got to make sure that it hits flat. Turn it over. It seems to be hitting flat. Sorry, just like I said, just trying to get this thing aligned. And it's a 0.15, so I'm eyeballing this thing, which kind of sucks. But in the end, it'll be good enough. Anyway, happy Friday, everybody. Hope everybody's Friday has everybody's Thursday was good. Seems to be sitting pretty flat. Check it again. Yeah. Okay, we're good. It's gonna hit a coffee going, and we're gonna drag it across. So I have the chisel inside the honing guide. Why would it want to focus? You know, there it goes. That's all it is. Just it's pinched in there with that screw, and that's it. Pretty straightforward. So we start with, and this is sort of the methodology that was taught to me from Tim Harkin's Child of Mecca. You have 4 grits. You got your guide, you got your chisel in place, and you got 4 grits of diamond plate. The first one is 400, the second one is 1500, and the last one is 3000. Just do a few passes, and this won't take very long at all. Unlike doing when I did this on the, I think it was the 2.0 that I chipped years ago. That one took a little more effort. Who makes the guide? I was thinking of making one and realized there was a commercial option. There are 2 commercial options. The one that I'm using right now is UStart, and I'll put it back up on the screen so you can get the model number. And the preferred one, depending, and I'd have to take a look at it to see how it actually holds a chisel in place. The preferred one is the BM's, the one by Tsuji Burrito. Now, are there others? There could be. I have not seen them, but I'd love to know, because trying to find anything from BMC Tsuji Burrito is extremely hard. And they're also not cheap. But yeah, but the UStar one is, I've seen it available on AliExpress. So there it is, Peter. I'll put that back up and you can get the model number off of that. It's a UA91306 UStar tool. And as you can see, it's pretty straightforward. Okay. We're now on the 1500. There we go. No water. It's crazy not reading things backwards. I know, it is kind of weird, isn't it? I'm thinking the same thing. It's like, yeah, I know. Welcome to YouTube. No water? Nah. Never had a need to do it with water. You know, we're not moving that much material. Just dry rubbing. That's exactly it. And 3000. Carefully, you'll get a rusty venture. Okay. For real? I don't envision that, but okay. Oops. Something's on the roller. There it goes. Okay. I'm surprised you never watched the Venture Brothers. Nope. Never watched the Venture Brothers. All right. And we are done. We'll see how it chisels in a moment. But that just gave it like a little bit of a burn, cleaning up. That's all. Just getting that thing just slightly more polished than it was before. So I'll show you the diamond plate. So these I picked up on Amazon, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. Hey, Richie, good morning. What's going on, brother? Happy Friday to you. Okay. So very quickly, see if I can break these out a little bit. I picked these up on Amazon. Basically, let's see if I can kind of show them in here. That way everybody sees everything in one fell swoop. There we go. Diamond grinding plates, sharpening stone, whatever the hell they're called. But you got at the top, you got the 400, a 1500, and a 3000. Non-leather strap. That is correct. Non-leather strap. And then the honing guide is by U-Star. Let's see if I can get the focus. Oh, there it goes. That's it. We'll put the chisel back in the chisel holder. Second day back to work feels like a Tuesday for me. And it's coming to an end. So it's like it's Tuesday, but there's no Wednesday. Richie, that's awesome. Okay, let's see if this stuff is kind of doing its thing. It is. I'm going to start kneading this stuff in a little bit now that we got that going. So that's the putty that I had in my freezer, the 2-part epoxy, which I believe was epoxy sculpt. I could be wrong. That wasn't working in that. Yeah, don't blame you. So were you not in the office at all, Richie, or were you like in the office and not outside? Okay, slide these bad Larrys underneath here. Put the honing guide right there. There we go. So I'm looking at these high Craig chisel guides. I know we were talking about a little bit. I went on recently and I didn't see. Is he around anymore? I was home. Yeah, you were home. Were you working from home or otherwise? And what's the worst that happens? If this stuff doesn't work, I got plenty of epoxy sculpt to use. So last night, I was pulling out models for taking on a trip with me. I like having a few choices. So I'll have 3 models with me. I got a big slot out of the copter and now realize it's the wrong spot. I think I can widen it and then fill the other side. Maybe. Oof. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Peter, if there's one thing I have 100% confidence in, is your ability to find a way of repairing something. If you can scratch build something, you could repair something. Just home in the AC being lazy. Oh, see, that's good. Yeah. Okay. Still needing this stuff. It's just going to take a little bit of time to get that. I think it's exothermic, if memory serves. Exothermic reaction. Got to get the stuff heated up. And as it heats up, that's how it starts to dry, but you got to get it all pliable. And then once this is done and I start jamming some of that stuff in there, we'll check that chisel just to see how it looks. The temps drop with the rain. AC actually stopped running for a bit. Yeah, yesterday, it's like even yesterday morning, I popped open the doors and let some fresh air in. It was great. And this morning, the same thing. I popped the door open and it's like, it is chillier outside than it is inside by a wide mile. Thanks. I'm not too worried about it. Just disappointed in myself for rushing in the first place. Yeah. Well, Peter, as somebody who's done that more than a few times, I hear you. But yeah, the good thing is you've got the skills to pay the bills, so no big deal. Yeah, not too worried about it. It's beautiful outside. Yeah, it really is. It really is. So we're looking at the weather next week for. Oh, and I'll get back to pulling out 3 models. One of them, which actually I'm going to use as a template for doing damage on this thing. Looking at the damage that I've done on this, and looking at the damage that was done on that box art scale. That's what I was talking about. If you're going to do damage, it has to be in scale. And the damage that the box art showed was remarkably in scale. Yeah, it's beautiful outside. Yeah. Next week in Maryland, it's supposed to be in the, I think it's supposed to be primarily in the mid 70s, which, like, for me, perfect. I love that. Mid 70s, maybe low 80s. I can deal with that. Given the heat wave that we've had, starting in the mid 60s ain't too bad right now. It's not bad. All right, we're almost there. It's definitely not as pliable as what was what's fresh, but it's totally doable. So the benefit of this is this is like an experimentation. I got plenty of epoxy sculpt right now. Theoretically, it's still in good condition. I'm seeing some oil separation in one of the tubs, but the reason I'm doing this is just to show that you can freeze this stuff and reuse it. That's the only reason why I'm doing this. Leave that one right there. I got more than enough here. And now let's get, give me a second here, guys. Let's get some sculpting tools. Oh, there's a dead ladybug in there. I love it. Love when I can't find shit. So that's kind of stupid because this, like, I have a drawer specifically for all of this shit. There it is, right in the front. There we go. Yeah, part B seems to always separate over time. Yeah. Now I'm assuming it can get stirred right in and it's not a big deal, but I will say I much prefer using, generally prefer to using the Tamiya QuickTite, but you know, I've got Milliput, I've got Tamiya, I've got epoxy sculpt. I've tried a bunch of different ones. They've all been fine. All right, this is still a little firm. Let's see how this goes. If it becomes problematic, then I will replace it with some fresh stuff. But I just wanted to experiment. Right now, this is working just fine. It's just a little harder than, like I said, if this were fresh. Sorry, guys, give me a second here. I'm just jamming it in here. Hey, Joe. Good morning. I'll even believe the weather. I can believe the weather. 35-degree temp swing in one day does not seem normal. Yeah, it doesn't, does it? Yeah, pretty crazy. You know, for yesterday, what the hell? Wild. I've never used it to me an epoxy putty, but it seems nice. I like to try it, but never see it in the shops. Yeah. Spare Time had it. One thing I would recommend is actually, who would have that? Yeah. Unfortunately, that might be one of those things now that needs to get picked up elsewhere. Check to see if Mecha Warehouse or Gundam Pros has it. And if they do, I might be able to pick some up for you. I don't think I've got anything that Mecha Warehouse is holding for me currently. Well, the planet is on until we are due for a flip. Due for a flip. Are we really? It seems awfully flat Earth. Oops, hello. Light. We are due for a flip? I think so. What's going on, Light? Epoxy putty dries so fast. I thin it every time with just the working. Thin every time just for the working time. Yeah. No gravitational polarity switching. It's what science was saying for a minute. Really? I hope we don't fall off when it flips. Yeah. Ah! Gotten used to the Aves putty, but Tamiya curious. Tamiya curious. I love it. Yeah. They actually make two. They make the quick type and then they make the standard type. I'll pull out both tubes in just a second. I've only used the quick type, but one of these days I'll try the other stuff. Just to say I tried it. Or as Peter said, I am non-quick type curious. Going okay. The world is a crazy place to live in sometimes. Thanks for asking. How's everyone? Well, yeah, it is. It's everyday Light. It's getting crazier and crazier, don't you think? Crazier, crazier. Crazier and crazier. To me, curious. I love it. Those Mario Galaxy levels where the gravity keeps flipping. Oh my God. Wow. That's a blast from the past. I got a great deal off Amazon for both. Did you? Maybe I have the quick type. I have to check. Yeah. So we'll show both as soon as I'm done with this. I just want to get this stuff settled in place first. Now, here's the thing. They each perform a little bit differently. I've liked both of them. The one thing I like about the Tamiya is that it tends to dry or sands with a better polish. That's kind of how I feel about it. But I mean, we're arguing, semantics. I think the Ave stuff sands extremely well. So I don't think it's like, oh my God, this is so much better than the other. But then again, if anybody's used Milliput's really good too. It's not supposed to be crazy. It's not supposed to. But we live in a world where every day is a crazier day. TGIF. I know predestination is true, but so is free will, and we are alive with it, but we have to make a difference. Yeah, you're not going to hear any argument from me on that one, Light. And I think we're kind of moving in that direction. I think people are getting to the point of being fed up enough that they're starting to make. Look, on both sides, we've obviously seen it on one side. They're fed up and they want to kind of do things in what I consider to be an illegal fashion. But we're starting to see the movement. People are getting to that point. I just hope it doesn't become a powder keg. Having having gone through Spike Lee's list of films recently to see which ones I haven't caught. Going back to one of my favorite films is Do the Right Thing. And I hope we don't get to a point where, because of the heat that builds up, the situation becomes explosive. A powder keg, so to speak. Okay. We are just about fully packed in here. Now we're going to flatten it. Let's get rid of some of this extra goo. There we go. What I'll do is I'll grind this stuff back pretty significantly to a point where it's pretty okay. But right now, looking pretty okay. There we go. Okay. All Jimmy Jam packed with epoxy sculpt. And then, like I said, I'll just sand it back. And I'm not going to save any of the rest of this stuff, but just to show again, this stuff was in the freezer for, it's got to be at least 6 months, at least. And it did exactly what I needed it to do. The milk blood doesn't clog the sandpaper like Tamiya does. Yeah. Oh, hope I missed a few things here. My computer at work was killed by a Microsoft update this week. Really? Killed? Define, Peter. I want to hear that. Every day's crazier day. Who is letting that happen? Yeah, who is? Who is letting that happen? Check out Edgar Wright's list of the best films of the last. Edgar Wright. Why should I know that name, Peter? Sorry, everyone. I opened Pandora's box. My bad. Who's pushing for craziness to happen every day? Who? I don't think we know who's in charge. Too busy, lost in my own mind to pay attention to what's going on in the world. I don't know. I'm just an asshole. No, not an asshole. You're protecting yourself. Makes sense. David Lynch script for Ronnie Rocket sold for $150K. What is Ronnie Rocket? It's wrong to misinterpret yourself. It's intelligent to pay attention to your life and be focused. You can use your strength of self to defend someone weaker in life. Yeah. And I think Richie plays that kind of role, but my understanding is that Richie, when it comes to helping somebody out, he'd be there in a heartbeat. I find is you give most people that shot and they'll do right. Okay, that's all done. What time is it? I got about just a little over 5 minutes to go. All right, we're going to get rid of that. We'll leave these here. Let's try the chisel. You're right, Shaun of the Dead. Oh, okay. Interesting. His list of top 100 films. Interesting. I don't know. I think there's only one person's list that matters to me. That's me, mine. That's just me. All right, let's get the tubes of epoxy. Of course, the other one's way buried back there. Give me a second, guys. There we go. Yeah, I have a heart somewhere. Richie, you only pretend to hide it. Movie script that was never made and was going to be a movie he wanted to make. Ah, got it. 150K. I'm guessing he didn't see much of that. Yep, I have some heart somewhere. I got the PDF of the Ronnie Rocket script for free like 25 years ago. I think they got ripped off. No way. So that is the Tamiya quick type. This is the stuff that most guys talk about when they talk about Tamiya two-part epoxy. Sorry, let me see if I can get it to focus. There it goes. I've used quite a bit of this stuff. In fact, I think I have it all bagged up too, yeah. I mean, a little goes a long way. So there's you can see the two halves in there, the yellow and the white. It's pretty soft. You know, it's funny. I'm not a big fan of reading scripts. It's like I want to see what the final execution looks like. And then the other type, and this might be one to give a try because I believe this stuff here dries a little bit more slowly, Nick, to me, the smooth type. Yeah, the stuff in the tube. Oh, no, that's different. I use that stuff on a regular basis. You see me kind of fill gaps in with something like that. But in terms of like actual epoxy, yeah, one of these two. I'm a fan of the putty in the tube. Again, all of it has applications. All of it. I think the okay, we'll pull this up out. So you can probably see by the amount of squeezed out of here, it gets used. Yeah, this is the Tamiya putty basic type, not an epoxy putty. One has a heart no less than a puppy is every human born with one. Yeah. Fair enough. Yep, agreed. Light. So this stuff here also has great uses. In fact, there are two good uses for this. One, it's where you need something that's a little softer than CA. Like I did a lot of on this piece of shit that I'll be sending to Tom. A lot of that was all done through the putty. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, the basic type putty. All of that. So, and for stuff like that, for surface gap filling and shit, it's perfect. Now this stuff is good for, you know, again, building up material. I like it. It's just not how fast it dries. You mean this stuff here? Yeah, I don't have a problem. You know, funny enough, I don't have a problem with it. Only two scripts. One is for the last episode of the Green Hornet TV series, and the other is the Paramount Green Hornet starring Jet Li and George Clooney. Crazy. The plane looks pretty smooth. It's still got too many areas where things just didn't work out, and I just didn't want to put any more effort into it. Last night I was going through my model collection because I'm trying to find a couple things to take with me on vacation. And what I did, and I'm looking at also, I got way too many models to work on. I'm not going to waste my time on working on stuff that's garbage. To find the DVD I have of their test footage together. Nice. That'd be kind of fun to see. Anyway, Nick, highly recommend picking up those two if you can find them. And then this stuff is great, like I said, for filler. You know, where you don't want to use CA. Anybody drives fast because it is partially unclosed for a while. It's possible. My stuff is actually pretty good. The other nice thing about this is, and this is one of the what I did on this guy here, I'm pretty sure, like the surface texturing on the tank, all of that was done with, I can't remember if I used thin cement or some other type of thinner and that putty, and just stippled it on. So that stuff is great for creating that that cast texturing. So, okay. Let's test the chisel, and then I'm going to call it a session. Okay. We got a little piece of scrap plastic here. Let's see how it feels. Now, this will also feel differently. I almost drooled on scrap plastic than it will on the on like a Bandai plastic. But let me just do this real quickly. Ooh. Well, it's definitely carving harder. I make sure to clean the tip before closing. Don't feel like it has changed since I opened it. Yeah, for me, I'm not sure. Mine starts to dry around the edges, but the stuff in the center is still pretty soft. You can also thin it with acetone to save some money. Yeah, and that's something I might have to pick up at some point to try doing that and experiment with the. I actually experimented when I did the tank, Peter. I think I experimented with like 3 or 4 different methods, including Bondo. All of which are great. It just depends on which one gives you, like for me, on 1/72nd scale, this method worked best. But they all work pretty well. It's not your fault. It's also possible that manufacturers have you bought more than one. That's a possibility too. Anyway, this thing carved pretty well. It still feels like it's kind of catching a little bit, but it could also just be that's just either the way it's moving across the plastic, or let me see. You know what? Break out the test mule. I'm just going to do a quick little scribe line on the back here. Or it could just be the way it's that's just the nature of it, the way it works with the plastic. So okay. It's definitely producing. It's carving in a little better. So this thing definitely helped out. And the 0.15 is not one that I don't use quite often. So I'm glad to finally have it sharpened that. So success there. Okay. And with that, let's see. I had a drop or two of cheap thinner to everything. It's really nice to work with. 1 too many drops and it turns into a liquid. Yep, exactly. Every time, yeah. Yeah, I think it's, again, like anything else, Nick, it's about thinning properly, correct? So, all right, my friends. Time to roll. Good evening, Edwin. How are you? I'll put this stuff away before I head out. But my friends, thank you so much for being on today. I really do appreciate it. Good morning conversation. Fun times, right? We enjoyed doing stuff today. Local library has some hobby groups meet. I have not seen anyone work on models though. Really? People meet to do hobbies and they don't bring their stuff to do hobbies? That's kind of crazy. Nick, have a good one, brother. Edwin, how was the paint class? We'll see if we can maybe hold on for just another minute for Edwin to give that answer. But while we're doing that, I'm going to do the outro. Everybody go out there and do good, okay? Stay safe and stay sane. Just like I said, just go out there and just make somebody's day a better day. The world is getting crazier. It's getting nuttier. We're being lied to more. Just all that crap continues to happen. Went well. Need more practice. See you tomorrow. Yeah, Edwin, tomorrow, fill me in. We'll talk about tomorrow before everybody bails. Tomorrow's going to be a short session. It'll be from 6 to 7 because we're leaving here at 8 to head down to Maryland. So it will not be a full Saturday session. Just to caution people. And then on Sunday, I'll show people the 3 models that I might be working on while I'm on vacation. We'll see. Anyway, go out there and do good, guys. Brighten the world as much as you possibly can. Don't treat people like shit. Treat them with love and respect and kindness. Okay? Edwin, I look forward to hearing more about your paint class tomorrow. Do good, everybody. Enjoy, and I will catch you on the flip. Peace.